One of the great parts about my job is I get to meet some of the most interesting people in the world. Behind me here is Capitol Records, home of one of the most famous recording studios in the recording business. I'm going to be interviewing Elliot Scheiner, a great Emmy Award-winning producer. Come in here and listen to him talk about the kind of impact he's having on the automotive industry. Elliot Scheiner has spent his life at audio boards like this one. His touch has tweaked some of the great albums from the past 40 years. Steely Dan's Asia and Gaucho, Queen's A Night at the Opera, and now he's back once again with the latest from the Eagles. But this effort is different. It's not that the music has changed, but the delivery system has, with the innovative ELS 5.1 surround sound.
And the concept for me was to make a cockpit of a car sound as good as it sounds in here. And in fact, the Eagles record I just worked on for the past year and a half mixing, the criteria was an Acura RDX. All the guys, we'd finish a mix and we'd go out into the Acura and listen to our mix in there. I mean, it sounded, you know, it sounded like it would in here, and that's what we were interested in, that it sounded as good as it did in the control room. In fact, the first time that Joe Walsh got in there, the very next day he ordered one.
There's a way to sell cars.
Exactly.
Scheiner teamed up with Panasonic to develop this groundbreaking audio system for the automobile, and Acura is the first one to sign up for it. Did you work with Acura or the folks at Honda directly?
Oh, yeah.
And what sort of input did you have with them?
I still have major input. I mean, you know what the car industry's like, and you know what real estate's like, so, you know, you can say, oh, I want a speaker here, I want a speaker there, and they go, no, 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 no. So, you know, you learn to make do, but Acura's, you know, they were the first to do this. They had the vision that this would be a good thing, still do. We're in 3 of their cars right now, and they're all great sounding to me. There's major interaction between myself, the engineers at Panasonic, and the engineers at Acura, and we all work together on all of these vehicles, both here and in Japan.
You know, I admit I'm not an audiophile, but when I heard the stereo version versus the surround sound, I could hear it instantly. What is it? What am I hearing that I can really pick up on the difference between the two?
We've become accustomed to hearing 2 speakers, and when surround sound became a movement in the record industry, it just opened up a whole new side of music. All the things that have been compressed into 2-channel over so many years, now were opened up in 6-channel. So your perception was, I've never heard anything like this. I've never heard these particular instruments. I did a Toto album years ago, and I brought the guys in here to listen to it after it was finished, and it was that Cut Africa. That was a big hit for them. And the keyboard player sitting here, and I had a keyboard part in the back rear speaker, and he said, wow, I haven't heard that since the day I played it. And that's what surround sound does. It just lets you hear more music.
Whether it's 1967 or 2007, Scheiner says that throughout his career, the true test of a song or an album is always how it sounds in the car. With the advent of surround sound, it may not be long before even the artist will want to record in the car as well.
They all like getting in a car and hearing the music the way they heard it in the studio. And that's what's most important to them, that's what's most important to me, and I hope that becomes an important issue for the buyer.